Hi friends, welcome back to the Weekly Tweak, the show that is so committed to our weekly schedule that we're still making this, even though I'm literally on the other side of the country. Shout out to our cameraman Ryan's replacement this week, Cheryl, my mom. This week, Trump made an announcement so outlandish that our entire team was almost 100% certain that it had to have been AI. But no, it was in fact real.
In the fall, we will host the first ever Patriot Games, an unprecedented 4-day athletic event featuring the greatest high school athletes, one young man and one young woman from each state and territory.
On the bright side, Trump will be including the territories, which, if you didn't know, are American Samoa, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. Funny enough, the selection of a Puerto Rican artist, Bad Bunny, to play the halftime show at the next Super Bowl sparked a whole lot of controversy since he's not American. Well, now, haters, the president himself said that Puerto Rico is at least American enough to compete in our new childhood Thunderdome games. And my money is going to whoever the Nebraska tributes are. I've never met a single person from Nebraska, but I do know that their main exports are beef and corn. So all those Nebraskan offspring are just bulking for the first 18 years of their lives, keeping to themselves, waiting, training for this moment, their moment. Someone who's not getting their moment, though, is Venezuela, since CBS pulled a planned 60 Minutes investigative segment centering on allegations of abuses at an El Salvador detention center where the Trump administration sent hundreds of Venezuelan migrants. As a quick summary of what's happening between Venezuela and the US, since early September of this year, the US has struck 28 boats near the coast of Venezuela. Each, the government claims, is carrying drugs to smuggle. These boat strikes have led to over 100 deaths so far, and this is just what's been made public. Normally, if there is suspected cartel action in the ocean or anywhere, the people in question are detained and given legal due process. Just straight up killing them is not how things are done. Even members of Congress are raising questions about the legality of all this. In response, in October, the White House released an opinion. Not like an opinion, like a legal document signed by a judge that serves as the vaguest explanation possible. The opinion is significant because it appears to justify an open-ended war against a secret list of groups, giving the president power to designate drug traffickers as enemy combatants and have them killed without legal review. The only thing being made public about this matter is the footage of boats exploding and the death tolls. Also, the evidence of these boats actually harboring narcotics hasn't even been made fully public yet. The 60 Minutes special was going to be about a detention center in El Salvador that Venezuelan migrants were sent to by the Trump administration. But the CBS news editor-in-chief, Barry Weiss, seen here pulling off a successful drive-by, claims that the story was pulled because she feels it would be incomplete without a comment from a representative of the Trump administration. Just to reiterate, CBS pulled a story that would most likely speak poorly about the Trump administration until the Trump administration provides a comment. That is the easiest get out of Venezuelan jail free card I've ever heard of. That's like being sent to the principal's office because little Sandra Kay says you poured chocolate milk on her head. And when you were sent to the principal's office and she asked if you did, in fact, pour chocolate milk on Sandra Kay's head, you just sit there in silence. And so the principal goes, well, I guess there's no use in calling your parents because who am I to only take the word of little Sandra Kay, despite her being actively covered in chocolate milk, and several other students also coming forward saying you poured chocolate milk on her. You see how ridiculous that is? Well, get this. It gets even more schoolish since it's the Ellison family that owns Paramount, who owns CBS. Why does that matter? Larry Ellison is also a financial supporter and advisor to the president. Over the summer, David Ellison made promises to the nation's top broadcast regulator that the network would become more hospitable to conservatives. That's fine and all to make your stories less polarizing for the audience, but pulling an entire story about the Venezuelan detention center is a clear censoring of the media. So even though Sandra Kay and several others have made it very clear that you were the one to pour chocolate milk on her, the principal happens to be your mom's best friend, so she's telling you to plead the fifth and you'll never have to face the consequences of your actions. Supposedly, the episode is still set to air at some point, but only after getting a comment from someone in the administration and going through some very heavy revisions. But now to lighten the mood of our very special Christmas episode, yes, Christmas still happens, don't worry, we will be hitting the streets of New York to ask some very pressing questions from our very own correspondent from the North Pole itself. Hi friends, welcome to SantaCon in New York City. I am dressed as an elf and I'm going to ask a bunch of Santas about a bunch of things about Christmas and whatnot. Maybe Hanukkah, I don't know, we're diverse like that. Let's see what's up.
Hi, Elf.
Hi Santa.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm so good. How are you today?
Better than ever.
Why is that?
Because it's SantaCon in New York City. How could I be bad?
Aww. Now, how do you think the Santa to elf ratio is today?
I feel like it's insane. Like, Santas are 90, elves are 10.
I'm so sorry. Well,
You should pick it up.
all right, so some serious questions about Santa.
Hear it.
How long have you actually been married to Mrs. Claus?
It's been 37 years of a loveful marriage.
Only 37?
It's new. I was gay, but now I'm straight.
Santa used to be gay. What happened? Let's move this line.
The elves did it. They brought love. They brought love back.
The elves brought the love back. They didn't.
You did it.
I turned Santa straight. You heard it here, folks. Thank you, Santa.
Anytime.
Now, Santa, what is the #1 most requested gift this year?
A girlfriend?
A girlfriend. And are you able to manufacture those in your toy shop?
Not at all, no. I got my own. I can't do anything more than that.
Oh, a girlfriend. So just what happened to Mrs. Claus?
She's right there.
She's so pretty.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to take a small break from our joyous interviews with numerous Santas and reindeer and whatnot to bring to light some serious animal abuse that I'm seeing happen right here in the center of New York City. A giraffe and a zebra, those are Saharan animals. It's like 30 degrees out. It's almost too cold for this poor little elf. And these guys are just over here being... I'm sorry. Hi, Santa Paws. Oh, you think people should start leaving dog treats out instead of milk and cookies? You heard that, guys. Merry Christmas, Santa Paws. I love you with all my heart. Oh, we got the beard going. This is Santa. Santa, do you have a last name?
Claus?
Yeah, so I always interpreted that as like Santa Claus. That is like first and last name. It's not just one first name.
That's a misconception. It's Santa first name, Claus last name.
Do you have a middle name?
No.
Kids, millions of kids around the world leave out cookies and milk for you. Do you actually eat the cookies and drink the milk?
Yeah, of course, bro. Bring on the calories.
Do you work like a bear? Do you do hibernation where you just have to get really big and then you just kind of chill out for the rest of the year?
No, I work year-round, all the time. I gotta make sure to update the naughty and nice list all the f***ing time. All the time.
Santa doesn't curse, guys. Now, who is the naughtiest kid on your list this year?
Yo, his name is Suryash Mishra. He's the naughtiest kid I've ever met in my life. Straight up. 23 years straight of just being super naughty.
What did you do?
I might have done some bad things in some people's homes. You know, like on Halloween, I might have TP'd some houses. I might have gone inside and, snuck around.
You broke into people's houses on Halloween?
Well, I was just cosplaying. Like, you know how it is, there's a Christmas Grinch? Like, I was a Halloween Grinch.
You know what? I kind of like that answer. You know what? I'm going to talk to Santa. I know him personally. We will get you off that naughty list. He was just cosplaying. It was innocent. He was just trying to spread some Halloween cheer. So do you think you could move him off the naughty list?
Shoot, maybe my elves misinterpreted the actions that he was committing. I could take him off the naughty list, bro. He's on the nice list.
Look at that. Santa can admit when he's wrong. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm with my friends. All right, little known fact about the Santa universe, it was kind of like the Spider universe where there's different versions of Santa. So we are with the two Santettes.
Emily.
No, okay, I'm an elf. You guys work with the elves.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, how do you treat the elves? Are like, what's your relationship with the elves?
Well, we treat them
Very
with
good.
respect.
Very, very good. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have you know that I am an escapee elf. I have left the treacherous world that is your workshop in the North Pole.
Oh, you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, silencing the victim! Silencing the victim! What did we learn? We learned that the more costumes someone has on, the more likely they are to say yes to an interview. We also learned that it gets really, really cold as the sun sets. I can't really feel my fingers anymore. I just escaped from the northern hemisphere. My pointed ears are frozen nubs. Now that I'm free, the fat man's end is near. I'm never going back because stabs us with candy canes. Doesn't know our real names. Always getting drunk on eggnog. Feeds us to reindeer for the last 1,000 years. Uses jump ropes as flogs. Jesus died for our sins. Santa lives for them. Sawed through my chains with an icicle. Snuck past the toy soldiers. Stole little Sally's brand new tricycle. I'm headed fast southwards. Stabs us with candy canes. Doesn't know our real names. Always getting drunk on eggnog. Feeds us to reindeer for the last 1,000 years. Uses jump ropes as flogs. Jesus died for our sins. Santa lives for them. Thank you for tuning in to the Weekly Tweak yet again. I hope you are having a wonderful Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever holidays happen around this time. I will see you again next week, also from my mother's house. I hope you're enjoying this new backdrop and the lack of lighting equipment we have. Bye!